Now, from Nebraska's trusted news source, this is Channel 8 News at 10.
Now at 10, here we go again.
It's a shame what we have going on in Congress today.
The effects of a Washington stalemate are being felt hundreds of miles away, what one local farmer is saying after the Farm Bill's latest failure. Then closing the gap.
So I believe it's imperative that home health and hospice care is available.
Rural providers are bringing care home. Why they say those services are vital for Nebraska communities. Also, enough for now.
We are not looking to add any more data centers to Lincoln for the foreseeable future.
One data center is taking shape in Lincoln, why city leaders say future projects are off the table. And stockpile strain.
We always want more. We have to have more.
The war in Iran is taking a toll on U.S. munitions, what President Trump says about America's supply. A stalemate in Washington today. Lawmakers failing to reach a compromise to produce a new farm bill.
You're going to commit yourself and your life work to a job, you at least like to know what direction you're heading.
What today's inability to reach an agreement means for Nebraska farmers and those who get SNAP benefits. Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Rod Fowler. For 8 years now, farmers have been waiting for a new farm bill, and tonight that wait continues. Channel 8's Nick Erickson talking to a well-known local farmer on what this means looking forward.
Yeah, Rod, for Nebraska producers, this bill isn't just another piece of legislation in Washington. It affects decisions made right here in the field. And for Nebraska farmers, today's setbacks means even more uncertainty. We wanted to hear how the delay is affecting producers back here at home and what they want to see from Congress moving forward. Larry Hutkins, a former Lancaster County Commissioner, has been farming for decades, noting that the cost of farming has grown drastically over the past couple years.
We just have a tremendous input. Seed corn's about $300 a bag, and fertilizer skyrocketing in the last 3 or 4 years. Ever since COVID, things have just really escalated. So we'll have $500 to $700 worth of inputs in a crop. So you got to insure for at least that amount of money so that you can make sure you can farm again next year.
The Farm Bill hasn't been changed since 2018. Every year a stalemate has occurred between Republicans and Democrats. This time around, Republicans pushing for states to cover a larger portion of SNAP benefits that help low-income families, while Democrats want the federal government to continue paying for most of the benefits. Now, the two parties have agreed on some topics, like expanding E15 fuel to year-round sales, which would help corn farmers. It's the SNAP funding that the sides clash on.
It's a shame what we have going on in Congress today. We're just like 50-50. And how are you going to find a compromise and get something done if you're not even willing to listen to the other person's point of view?
On Thursday, the Farm Bill failed to pass out of committee. U.S. Senator Pete Ricketts said in a statement, quote, "America's farmers and ranchers feed and fuel the world. Republicans will continue to fight for them while Democrats continue to treat them as political pawns." Dan Osborne, who is running against Ricketts in the fall, stated, quote, "Democrats could have also reached across the aisle to make sure a farm bill is passed, but refused to compromise. Any Democrat could have voted to move this bill forward, but chose to stand by their party bosses rather than do what's best for the constituents. The farm bill is more important than scoring partition points." Larry says at this point that he just wants lawmakers to find a way to move forward. Now the question remains is whether there will be a compromise to get the Farm Bill moving again. Reporting near Malcolm, I'm Nick Erickson, Channel 8 News.
Thank you, Nick. Developing now, police investigating a multi-car crash east of downtown Lincoln. It happened near 27th and R around 4 o'clock this afternoon. Citizen journalist Kevin on the scene for us, sending in video to our Now Local News app.
Using the jaws to get a victim out of that car.
Here's what we know at this point. I talked to police just a little bit ago. They say the driver of a Honda made a turn and then switched into another lane and was hit from behind by another vehicle. The collision sent that first Honda across the median and collided into another car. One person was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries, and 2 other people suffered minor injuries. The driver of that Honda was ticketed. And North Platte police need your help finding a man, Julius Reed II, in connection with an assault and shooting early yesterday morning. Police say he assaulted a resident before gunfire was exchanged in the street. He's wanted for questioning in connection with several possible offenses, including attempted first-degree assault and firearms offenses. Anyone with information on his whereabouts is asked to contact police. Time now for your first forecast. Hey, tomorrow is Friday. Are you ready for it? Here's a live look over Lincoln from our tower cam. We had some drizzle earlier this morning, and it was another cool day. Based on my math, see if Rusty agrees, I think that's 3 days in a row, if you're keeping track at home. How many more days is it going to feel like early fall around here, Rusty? Are you doing your math?
Yeah, hang on. 1 plus 1 plus 1. 3. Did you have 3?
I came up with 3.
Your math is spot on.
Oh, my first grade math is working.
Well done. It's been a nice 3 days. It really has. I mean, yeah, we've had some rain. We've had some gray weather, but overall, I mean, when you can do the 70s 3 days in a row in August, you're usually doing pretty good, because look on the other side of the state, 100 in Chadron. So yeah, we had the 70s, 80s, 90s, and 100s for high temperatures today across the state. Just incredible how this state of Nebraska can be sometimes. Shones Roofing looking at 6th and Perkins, a very quiet evening out there, 73 degrees. A clear sky, finally. The clouds have finally cleared off, and just 1 or 2 remaining, and that's it. And that storm chance that was out in western Nebraska, it just couldn't do it. There was too much heat out there, so the cap won over. Temperatures are in the 70s for just about everybody, a few 60s out there. Dew points are in the 60s for most of us. If we see anything, will be cloud cover trying to come back by early tomorrow morning, and then a spot shower in south central Nebraska. The better chance will be Friday evening. Notice all of that in far southeastern Nebraska by about 8 o'clock. So we'll talk more about that chance in a couple of minutes.
All right. Thank you, Rusty. New at 10, state regulators want to know if Nebraska grain producers are waiting to get paid. You see, Nebraska has filed a complaint against an Ohio-based ag business after one Nebraska producer reported delayed payments for several grain deliveries. That producer and the company, called the Andersons Incorporated, have since reached an agreement, but the state is now asking other producers to come forward if they've experienced similar delays. The Public Service Commission wants to know if this was an isolated incident or part of a broader pattern. Well, right now, families in Lincoln are getting answers from Google about the data center here. Google began operations at this center last year. Citizen journalist Brian sending this aerial view of when the site was being constructed. It's near North 56 and just north of Interstate 80 there. He sent this to our Now Local News app. Tonight, we're learning how much further this data center may be developing. Channel 8 has been closely following the data center debate. Channel 8's Skylar Sears joins us now after learning those answers at a roundtable with Google today. Skylar.
Google representatives also provided an update on the project's current operations, including who's already working at the site as construction continues.
For our operational data center so far, we have a couple hundred individuals that are on site performing work that's going to be there even after we pass our construction stage.
City leaders say they've taken a cautious approach to data center development, saying the city has the water and energy resources to support the current project, but wants to preserve those resources for future growth.
But going forward, we want to allocate our resources to supporting new neighborhoods, schools, green spaces, and small businesses. And this means that we are not looking to add any more data centers to Lincoln for the foreseeable future.
Thank you, Skylar, for that report. Now, the Cass County Commissioners are gearing up to hold a public hearing on data centers as well. It's this next Tuesday at 8 a.m. at the Cass County Courthouse. They'll be listening to the public about the data center regulations and their recent moratorium that they approved. We'll let you know what the public has to say about both of these when the meeting happens next week. Tonight, new questions about America's missile supply as the war in Iran drags on. Now, President Trump is pushing back on reports that months of fighting have taken a major toll on U.S. air defense stockpiles. Sources tell ABC News the president recently voiced concern behind closed doors about dwindling missile stockpiles. One estimate shows the war has used up 2/3 of America's Patriot missiles and more than half of its long-range missile interceptors. The president addressing the rumors today from the Oval Office.
But we have certain types which are very powerful and very good, and we have an unlimited supply, and so we're in great shape. But with that being said, We always want more. We have to have more. We have other things maybe come up. You maybe come up and maybe don't come up. Hopefully nothing else does come up. But we're in very good shape. We have literally massive amounts of ammunition.
Now, replenishing some of those weapons can take some time. ABC News reporting Patriot missiles take years to produce and are assembled almost entirely by hand. The price tag, nearly $4 million a pop. By comparison, the Iranian drones they can be used to defend against cost about $35,000 a piece. Well, stay with us. We have plenty more after the break, such as care without the commute. Rural health care is coming to the patient. Why one Nebraska health system says home-based care is more important than ever. And all new tomorrow morning, making the grade. The next story in our Back to School series, Nebraska's teacher shortage is showing signs of improvement. Wake up with Channel 8's Andrew Ward and find out how local districts are working to keep educators in the classroom.
It was another cool day today, especially for the eastern half of the state. Things are going to warm back up, though it is August. After all, the forecast when we come back.
One rural Nebraska health system is bringing care straight to the patient. For some rural Nebraskans, getting to a hospital or clinic isn't always easy. And in Cozad, healthcare workers are trying to close that gap. Cozad Community Health Systems is sending nurses and therapists directly to patients who may not be able to leave their homes. Providers say that can mean everything from wound care and therapy to support for patients and families at the end of life. And in rural areas, they say that access is becoming increasingly important.
In rural Nebraska, numerous skilled facilities have closed, so I believe it's imperative that home health and hospice care is available so we can maximize a person's potential with staying within their home.
Cole says in some cases, you have providers often caring for neighbors, friends, or people they've known for years. Cozad Health says the goal is to help patients maintain their independence while keeping essential care available close to home. And when patients need more specialized care, one Nebraska rehabilitation hospital is earning national recognition for the work it does. Madonna's Lincoln campus ranked #1 for rehabilitation in the state of Nebraska, while its Omaha campus ranks 2nd. U.S. News and World Report also gave Madonna Rehabilitation Hospital's system its highest rating in the high performance category. The ratings look at care for patients recovering from conditions including strokes, brain and spinal cord injuries, and severe burns. Way to go, Madonna. Right now, Columbus is working to put new rules of the road in place for e-bikes and e-scooters. City leaders say the proposal would clarify where and how they can be used, including banning them from streets that have speed limits above 25 miles per hour. Police say the goal isn't to ban the devices, but make them safer for riders and drivers. The proposed ordinance returns to the City Council there on August 17th.
Now, your Storm Alert Team forecast with Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins.
We'll start tonight off by checking out the ABC Seamless Cam at 48th and Cornhusker Highway. Not a whole lot going on, just patiently waiting at the stoplights and patiently waiting for all of this. Maybe by the end of summer. No, that's right around the corner. Well, they got to be close. I swear I say that every day. Drought monitor improvements, kind of. Now it's going to be, if you cut a line right down the middle of the state. Improvements over here, not so much over there. So this is last week. Notice lots of yellows here in southeast Nebraska. Up here, though, is probably the bigger change. A lot of the extreme drought went away. They saw about 2.25 inches of rain last week, so that helps. Also some improvements here in southeast Nebraska, but the western half of the state, just no real improvements. Still seeing, unfortunately, exceptional droughts for a good portion of the panhandle or extreme droughts. So, and then much of the state, a drought overall. So we still need the rain, and there's some in the forecast. We'll take a look at that here in just a second, but temperatures are in the 70s for almost everybody except Columbus, Norfolk, and Broken Bow, all in the upper 60s. But around here, 68 Wahoo, 68 Columbus, everybody else in the lower 70s. Dew points, though, in the lower 70s, too. You go outside, it wasn't hot today, but like, yeah, you didn't have to work too hard to work up a sweat, even in what little heat we had today. So a very humid day, not much of a breeze, but all of it is out of the southeast, 3 to 6, maybe 8, 12 miles per hour in Hastings. I wonder what that was. Look at that. Huh. Maybe birds? Because that is not rain showers. That's interesting. That stuck out to me like a sore thumb, and then now it disappeared. UFO? No. Mostly clear skies out there for everybody. So we'll kind of go forward here. I think we might see the clouds increase a little bit, maybe a little patchy fog in some spots as we head through 6 a.m. Spots sprinkle over here, and then everything clears out. So that does look like it could be some fog. We'll see. It's not the same situation as it was last night, but it's close enough. So we might see some fog early tomorrow morning. And then the sunshine breaks out, and then I'm going to get rid of the cloud cover and lay over the level 1 marginal risk to the north central part of the state and far eastern Nebraska. Now this is going to be first because of this right here will try to make its way into far southeastern and eastern Nebraska about 7 or 8 o'clock tomorrow night. This has a lot of work to do to actually make it, and then it makes its way south and west a little bit, so Beatrice might even be in this too. Then that goes away. So you're thinking, okay, what about this? It's late tomorrow night into very early Saturday morning. That'll eventually drift south and should fizzle out. Then another wave comes our way from up here. That comes directly at Lincoln and maybe Grand Island, Columbus, Beatrice, and maybe Omaha by Saturday afternoon. That flies through. Then another wave comes, one right after another. Another wave comes through Saturday night into very early Sunday morning before it fizzles out too. But everybody has a chance for severe weather on and off over the next couple of days. Temperatures tonight in the 60s, highs tomorrow, a lot of 8s. 88 degrees for most of us. 7-day forecast, temperatures in the 90s Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. There's those chances for storms Friday and Saturday. Unsettled week next week. Small to possible chances for storms Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of next weekend. Weather trivia time, which is not a layer of the atmosphere. Is it the troposphere, the mesosphere, the thermosphere, or the sigmosphere?
Will's here once again tonight. I know
I am.
I know A and B are true.
Okay. I do too.
Okay. And it's between C and D.
I'm saying sigmosphere.
Okay.
Thermos? I'm going to go C.
It's sigma sphere.
Way to go.
Let's go. Yes.
The troposphere is the
I might know a
layer
thing or two.
where we live. Sigma sphere was my kids call me that, Sigma, all the time.
Oh, man.
I don't even know what that means.
You're getting off on the right foot here.
Yeah.
We're trying to.
Well done.
We're trying to.
You're getting most of them right. All right. Hey, Will, Sports Zone is next. Before you know it, fans are going to be filling Memorial Stadium again.
Yeah, absolutely right, Rod. This Saturday signifies that football season is almost officially back, as it's once again almost time for Husker Fan Day. We'll share some helpful information about the event that UNL released and more coming up in Sports Zone.
Now, from the Channel 8 Sports Zone, powered by Green's Furnace and Plumbing, here's Channel 8 News Sports. The Channel 8 News Sports Zone.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome into your Thursday night Sports Zone. I'm Will Charlton. Hope it's been a great Thursday for you and having a fantastic night as well. While Big Red Nation won't be packing Memorial Stadium for just about another month, fans will hoard into the Hawks Championship Center on Saturday for the annual Fan Day. Per a press release from UNL Athletics, the doors open at 2 p.m. and lines will form on the southwest and northwest ends of the Hawks Center. Here you can see a map layout of the event that UNL sent out. Players will be available for autographs throughout, as will head coach Matt Rule. But UNL stated that the Husker head coach's line is for pre-selected fans in 8th grade and younger. Fans also must limit autograph requests to 1 item per player. Posters, rosters, and autograph cards will be available for those in attendance. There will also be a Husker fan shop location in the Hawks Center near the 50-yard line, which will be selling merchandise and apparel. Players promptly leave the field at 3:30, so just some things to keep in mind if you plan to attend. To some news from the team itself, as Nebraska center Justin Evans has been named to a prestigious preseason list. Evans, who has 31 career starts for the Huskers, is among 40 players on the preseason watch list for the Remington Trophy. The award is given annually to the nation's best center. In 2025, Evans started all 13 games at center and will serve as a big leader for the offensive line in this upcoming campaign. Evans is one of 13 players named to the watch list from the Big Ten, which is the most players in any conference in the country. Thursday's day 3 of fall camp for the Huskers, and the team met with media for the first time on Tuesday to preview the season ahead. We've already heard from transfers, including new quarterback Anthony Calandria and a pair of standout wide receivers. But let's now listen into what defensive backs Donovan Jones, an Omaha native, and Jameer Khan had to say on how they both have become leaders in the secondary.
Trying to just do more film with other guys, whoever comes in there, and I think we're going to be doing that more in just fall camp, just trying to get everybody in that film room, watching the tape right after practice, or just before all of we do it with the coaches.
I got a lot of guys behind me that know me. I know those guys also. We know each other on a different level where it's family now, where I know those guys are willing to put their life on the line, because at the end of the day, that's what football is. And I'm willing to do the same thing, and they know that also.
Khan also talked about how the defensive backs unit is emerging in an impressive way.
We're maturing in a sense where our younger guys are a lot more bought in than they were last year. There's a lot more belief in the team, understanding what we really have on this team, where we're going to take it and where we want to go.
For Jones, who was originally from right up I-80, here's what he had to say when asked what it means to him to represent his home state.
It means a lot. Obviously, I'm 45 minutes away, and just all those people in Omaha that are looking up after me, it's just another, I take it to heart, and I just use it out there on the field.
Expect to see this DB unit fly around the field this fall, and we'll have more sound with the Huskers coming up tomorrow from Tuesday's session. Nebraska volleyball schedule is starting to become more and more filled out with TV times, as 4 more were picked up on Wednesday, and it was announced on Thursday that the first 3 matches of the season in Arlington, Texas and Las Vegas, Nevada will be televised nationally. The Spikes Under the Lights match against Florida will be on TNT at 7 p.m. August 27th and be followed by a championship match that night at 9 p.m. if the Huskers beat the Gators. Then the Players Era Showcase matches will be on Fox Sports 1 and Fox. The Huskers take on UNLV August 29th at 9 p.m. and Texas the next day at 2:30. The Texas match is the one which will be televised on Fox. On the topic of TV times, Nebraska soccer will be seen twice on Big Ten Network this fall. It was also announced on Thursday that the Huskers home game against Notre Dame August 20th and the road contest against Iowa September 13th will be aired on BTN. Well, this past season, Nebraska basketball made a huge surge to become one of the best teams in the Big Ten. Former Husker forward Rink Mast played a big part in the success of the team, and now he might be representing his home country of the Netherlands on a national stage. Mast is among 15 players on the preliminary roster for the Netherlands in the upcoming FIBA World Cup qualifiers. Although it doesn't necessarily mean he'll be for sure on the team, as the final 12-man roster will be announced closer to the qualifying window. The first game for the Netherlands is on August 27th. Recently, the former Husker suited up for the Indiana Pacers in the NBA Summer League, where he averaged 15.3 points per game and 9 rebounds. Last season, he averaged 13.3 points per game and 5.8 rebounds for Big Red. Well, that's going to do it for here on Sports Zone on this Thursday night. It's a really exciting time of year, Rod, and you know, Fan Day on Saturday should be a lot of fun. So a lot of good stuff coming up, and it's an exciting time to be a Husker fan, that's for sure. Let's get it back to you.
All right, can't wait. Thank you so much, Will. Final check your forecast next.
Temperatures are in the 60s and 70s out there, very comfortable, but a little on the muggy side. Comfortable evening. We have just clear skies finally after cloud cover for the eastern half of the state all day. That has finally gone away. It may come back as we head through tonight in the form of some patchy fog. That goes away, and then there's our next chance for precipitation tomorrow evening. Some strong storms in eastern Nebraska.
Thank you, Rusty, and thank you. It will be here bright and early at 5 o'clock tomorrow. Jimmy Kimmel, he's coming up next. Have a great night.
Come see us at our new South Point location. Locally owned, comfort-made mattress factory, handcrafted, built right here, and backed with a lifetime comfort guarantee.
Let your voice be heard by sharing your photos and videos to the Now Local News app. Earn points and redeem them for gift cards. Scan the QR code to join.
This is what summer was made for.